It's Coach Mo here. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a marvelous, marvelous, marvelous Mo Live. Today, we are talking about the most hidden part of you and how it makes or breaks your career. You know, we talk to thousands of women on our complimentary career clarity calls each and every year. And last year, we talked to over 2,500 women. I know, that's a lot. And I got to say, what we find out is the very thing that we're coaching in our 12-week kick-ass workshop. Hello to Cindy. How are you? What we help our women do is the one thing most people don't do on their own. And if you're a professional woman and your career and your life is not feeling that it is worthy of who you really are inside, if you feel that there is this mismatch between who you know you are destined to be and what's going on in your life, you've got this problem. And I say this for all of my clients as a reminder, and I say this for all of you who are not my clients as perhaps the biggest truth that has been evading you all your life. And there's a few components to this that are really, really necessary in order for you to switch the direction that you're going in order to get the direction that you want to have. You've got to do one major thing. You've got to decide that this part of you is worth it and worthy and is worthy of your attention, which means your time. Look, the women we take care of in our 12-week kick-ass coaching workshop, it's not about my workshop. It's about solving the problem, okay? Yes, we have a 12-week step-by-step formula that helps women lift their souls. Very, very first thing we do is this hidden part of you because it can make or break your career. Tamika, you need to book a call with us, darling. mofall.com/live clarity. We're happy to talk to you and see if we can get this problem taken care of. Most of the reason why your careers are not moving forward is because your soul has been neglected. And listen, you've got to understand something. You can't be the queen of working hard or trying hard. The queen of trying hard, the queen of working too hard is not going to get you the career you want. If you're over the age of 30, you pretty much probably know what you're doing in your career. Those first 10, maybe even 15 years of your career are built on the content and the knowledge of your career. And if you've gotten bumped around, bruised, elbowed, pushed to the side, shoved to the side, or if you decided that pushing to the side and sitting to the side was how you'd rather roll because you didn't want to have the spotlight on you, you've diminished your own soul. Oftentimes, it's a combination of our choices and how we're treated in the world that diminishes and depletes our soul. So what I want you to really pay attention to this week is, where's your soul? Where are you hanging out in the feelings of how you feel about yourself? Yourself and your soul are intertwined. Your personality and your soul are intertwined. Now, some people say to me, well, no, I'm just an introvert and that's just how I am. You can be beaming as a soul and still be your introverted self. But what you can't be with a beaming soul is pessimistic, negative Nelly, Debbie Downer. Don't get me started on the person who says, I just want to be the devil's advocate on this. A devil's advocate is not a shiny soul. A devil's advocate is, let me prove how smart I am because I feel like crap inside. And let me find a pathway of excusing my abruptness because I don't know how to tell the truth any other way. It's one of my pet peeves. If you've been following me, you know this. Playing the devil's advocate means I've got good information that I have to couch in negativity in order to get your attention. And I'm going to tell you, as an executive, I never wanted a devil's advocate in our meetings. And as soon as I heard someone say that, I would be mortified. First of all, because that person, mostly it's a woman who's a devil's advocate, that person deserves more for themselves. And playing the devil's advocate means you're playing small and unworthy. Not a good place to roll. And it's not what you're going to do when your soul is alive. If you move from being the queen of trying hard, the queen of perfection, to the queen of your soul, your life will change forever. But here's the thing. Most women aren't raised or taught how to raise the vibration of their soul. And that's the key point. Yes, Tamika, a changed mindset is total key, but you can't just flip your mind. Because if your thought, feeling, energy in your soul is negative and crushed, if you've got job trauma, if you've been talked negatively, if you've been treated poorly because you're a woman or a Black woman or an Asian woman. I've got a Filipino woman in my workshop right now, and she's been disregarded most of her career. And you know what? She's learning how to speak up. She's already been interviewing at higher level jobs. She's already been negotiating promotions and better projects to be put on. She's already changed her mindset because her soul shifted. Her worthiness, her shininess, her ability to actually feel that she's worthy of these promotions rather than just being the queen of working hard to earn it. Look, I'm not saying that you can be, unknowledgeable or not good at your job. You got to pack that in for sure. But working harder, pushing harder does not get you where you want to go. Feeling awesome in here as a truth, not just as a pretend mindset thing that's on top of this feeling lousy, feeling traumatized, feeling marginalized. Miranda, nice to see you. It will be the best thing you'll do for yourself. Miranda, lots of love to you. I want you to learn how to make decisions for yourself, because when you decide that your soul is important, you will cut off all of the stuff that's distracting you and causing you to feel lesser. You have to make a decision that your soul is important and a priority. Otherwise, you will never bring it up. You will never bring your soul's vibration up if you have not decided that it's important to you. If you decide that you have to make this person feel better, if you decide that you have to just work your butt off, if you decide that you just have to keep doing things the way you've always done them and not consider the fact that your soul is the thing that needs the attention already, your soul will provide riches beyond any work effort. Your soul is your access to your divine nature and your divine connection. Your soul is where all the answers are, not in your brain. Not in your brain. All the answers aren't in your brain, because if they were, you would have already implemented them and thought them through. So the fact that you're not where you want to be should be enough to tell you that you don't have the resources going in the right direction. And the biggest resource, the hidden part of you, is your soul. Is your soul. I'm sure we've coached women over the 800 plus women we've coached over the past 6 years. I'm sure we have coached women who were not that awesome at the work that they were doing. Just by the luck of the draw, that may happen. But you know what? In my career, I saw many people who weren't that good at their job get advanced, promoted, paid more, move to a cool project, get a bigger job somewhere else. I've seen that. I know it exists. So you can be average. You could even be below average in your job and have a shiny, bright soul and succeed and be elevated and be awesome. You don't have to be pedaling so darn fast all the time. Don't you see what's going on out there? Can't you see that this is what the truth is? Can't you see that people who have shiny feelings of themselves and feel awesome are the ones who are getting advanced? And if you're working hard and feel crappy about yourself, you're not. And as a matter of fact, if you work really, really hard, they're going to want to keep you in your job and not advance you because they need you to keep producing for 2, 3, 4, 5 people. When you do that, when you overwork, you are basically guaranteed not to get promoted. Because you now are giving more work product to the organization than they're going to get out of someone who's going to replace you. And they know that. I've seen lesser colleagues move beyond me. It's incredibly frustrating. Tamika, totally true. It is frustrating. The key is that the hidden part of you that you might be ignoring, I'm just saying, almost all the women we work with and we talk with have ignored their souls because it gets ignored by our hardworking society values. We think we just have to work hard. Yes, early mornings, late nights. Let's do this. Let's go for the promotion. Let's advance our career. Let's be all in. That only gets you so far. It is not the answer, and it is not the thing that makes or breaks your career. Maybe when you're 25 and you work hard and you advance something and you do this, you're going to get the promotion at 27. After a while, it's about who you are, because experience and knowledge is basically something that everyone brings to the table. Now, you may have very unique experience and very unique knowledge, and chances are you probably don't even know that, because so many women we work with, when we put the spotlight on their career, that's the second step we do in our workshop. They're like, yeah, I do that. What's the big deal? And I'm like, well, that is a big deal. No, really, it's not. You don't even really know the knowledge and the skill and the talent that you bring to the table because it seems so normal to you. And this is when you begin to shine your soul up. You begin to realize and be able to take in how awesome you are. When you aren't feeling awesome, you can't even see it. It's like you're blind. When you're not feeling awesome, you're blinded by your own awesomeness. How in the world do you think anyone is going to choose you for that promotion or new job when you don't even know how awesome you are? They're not going to see it either because you're not going to be in alignment with that power. Diana, please book yourself a clarity call. Let's get this sorted out and talk about it and see if we can help you out. Please don't learn it the hard way. Learning it the hard way is for amateurs. That's why I'm an expert. I have a team of experts on my coaching team, and we move women through this stuff, not the hard way. The right way, the fast way, the way that gets outcomes. Because your soul is begging you to pay attention. Your soul is begging you to be decisive about its importance. Again, please choose queen of your soul and not queen of working too hard. Please choose queen of the most important part of you and not queen of perfection. Please, for the very sake of the planet Earth, get that soul front line number one, because that is the missing ingredient in your career. I'm going to tell you that with 100% certainty. What if I need certification to be a project manager? And what if I need this? And what if I need that? You may need some of those things in place, but there are people who are doing that work without all of that. There are people who are literally advancing their careers and leapfrogging over that project management certification. There's not every boss who runs project managers does not have their certification in project management. I'm going to tell you this from not only my personal experience, but experience of coaching hundreds and hundreds of women. You don't need all the credentials in the world to get your promotion. Sure, there are jobs that require certain credentials. Absolutely. But once you get past the individual contributor level, you just need to be awesome. You can manage project managers without being certified. Yes, you can. You can be the director of IT without having every IT level certification and education. Yes, you can. What it takes is your inner sense of self to feel awesome. What it takes is you being amazing from the inside out. You can't be amazing from the outside because it's fake. And people will know it. Even though they might not know it, they'll be like, she seemed pretty good on paper, but I don't know. There's just something not jiving. And what they're picking up is your misalignment. The most important thing you can do for your career, and to claim it right now, is to decide that your soul is important and put time and effort at building your soul up and being that shiny, wonderful version of you from the inside, unseen parts of you. Now, they're unseen, but I'm going to tell you one of the biggest things. You feel it. You feel horrible, and you know it. You know when you feel awesome, and you know it. What we do is close the gap so that you can feel awesome every single minute of your day. We've had women who have quit their jobs because they were feeling so dejected and so toxic in their environments. Now, I'm not an advocate for quitting, but that's all that they seemed that they could do. The last straw is to quit a job. Sometimes you're going to get fired because you're just not vibing at the soul level. And perhaps you're being irritable, cranky, withdrawn, not really putting in the effort, thinking you can coast, whatever that might be. Well, no, I lost my job due to a downsizing or a takeover or the pandemic. Okay, you got on that list. Somehow, your name got put on that list. Now what? Now it's time to bring your soul to life so that your next career move is not a backslide that you're doing because you feel lousy. What did I do to deserve that? I've lost my job 6 times in my career. People have been losing jobs before the pandemic and after the pandemic. I lost my job for no good reason. I lost another job because I was too big for the job. They knew it and they didn't want me around. There's a lot of reasons why we lose our jobs. The bottom line is this. It's a wake-up call for you to take care of the inner business so that you can have the life of your dreams and you can have the career of your dreams. Just like a woman who was in our workshop recently, lost her job in October, was sort of coasting around, maybe in 6 months I'll find another job and it'll be about the same and no big deal and la 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 la. Boom, 6 weeks later, she rocked a $50K increase. And she was like, well, I just didn't know I was going to go back to work this soon. Yeah. So if you wouldn't have done that over those months, you would have lost over $50,000. And now you're back in an awesome job with an even better company with better benefits and making $50K more. So put the $50K on top of that. That's like $4,000 more a month. Plus the fact that you were kind of figuring you wouldn't work for another 3+ months, that's another $30,000. I mean, the math is staggering. The math is staggering. Another woman quit her job because she did a backslide type of job. She lost her job at a big level, took a job at a lower level, thinking this company was going to be easier to work in and not as complicated. And, it would just be an easier job. And the pay was less, so it's going to be easier because the pay is less. It wasn't easier. If you're not sized right for the job and you're going to play small thinking it's going to be easier, you are wrong, wrong, wrong. If you're built for this level and you think playing at a lower level is going to be easier, you're wrong. Because when you're not living at your truth, it feels crappy. That's coaching terminology, okay? If you're not playing at your level, you're not going to be feeling good. Your life's not going to go well. Your career is going to be off kilter. You've got to play at the level you're built for. And when you do, you've got to do it from a soul perspective of feeling awesome. And then you'll make the money. Then you'll have the bonuses. Then you'll have the stock options. Then you'll feel awesome because the people you'll be working with are awesome also. When you're vibrating and resonating at awesomeness from the inside out, you're going to attract and hang out with awesome people. If you're feeling crappy and traumatized and I can't and this will never, then you're going to hang out with those type of people. You get to choose. You get to choose where you're going to hang out based on your soul's vibration. And this one very hidden part of you makes all the difference in the world. And you know what? We're going to help you with your resume. We're going to help you with your LinkedIn. We're going to coach you on interviewing powerfully. But all of that is fake if your soul is not lit up and you're not feeling awesome. When you feel awesome, when you know who you are at the deepest levels, and when you prioritize your soul, that resume and LinkedIn is a lot easier to do and a lot easier to be in alignment with. And that's the only way you're going to truly succeed, is when your inner soul is in alignment with the awesome job that you know you deserve. And then the pay is there, and then the perks, and the team that you're surrounding, and the organization that you get to work in and be a part of. Awesomeness attracts awesomeness. Crappy feelings of self attract crappy feelings and crappy surroundings and crappy experiences. Don't be in a crap fest. It's not pleasant. It's not attractive, and it won't increase your pay to be in a crap fest. Don't do it. Go from crap fest to soul alignment and living your divine truth. And if you don't know how to do that, okay, fine. It's not your fault. But let's get to work. Let's make a decision that you are a priority. Your soul's a priority, and you got to get this going. This year can be the best year of your life, and it is for hundreds of women we've worked with. We just had a woman getting engaged over the weekend. She was less than 1 year ago, trash heap, quit job, new job, 2 promotions, more money, soulmate, engaged in less than 1 year. And she's not an exception. That's what goes on with the women who we help them lift their souls. The woman who landed a new job, 50K more in 6 weeks after thinking she was going to just drift and whatever till March, and maybe this would happen and that would happen. Maybe this would happen and that would happen is not success. It's not putting your soul first. And the other woman I mentioned who downplayed her big career when she lost her job and went to a smaller job, and then she had to quit. It was so horrible. We just helped her up level to the best job ever, the biggest payday ever, the best bonuses ever, stock options she never even dreamt. This is what we do. And this is what happens and what can be part of your life when you decide that your soul is the most important part of you. You have to decide that. And sometimes it might look like you're not taking care of others, you're taking care of you. Oh, goodness gracious. Women, listen, you've been busy taking care of others for so many decades. It's time that you paid attention to yourself. And when you do, guaranteed, you'll be a better mother, you'll be a better daughter, you'll be a better sister, you'll be a better spouse, you'll be a better everything. That's the beauty of this. It's not just career for career. It's a portal into your soul. It's bringing your soul to life in such a beautiful, magnificent way that you are the shining truth of who you are. Let's get this done for you this week. Choose you, choose your soul. If you don't know how to do that, which you may not, and many don't, mofall.com/live clarity, and we'll get you on our schedule for a complimentary career clarity call and sort it out with you. We'll find out exactly what went wrong and what's going wrong and exactly who you want to be and where you want to go. And if we can help you with that gap, we'll talk about it. If we can't help you with that gap, we'll send you another direction, another idea. Okay? That's what we do. Either way, it's a complimentary career clarity call for you because you are the most important person of your life and your soul. And we want more shiny souls on this planet, don't you? Let's get that career going. This is kick-ass career coach Mo Fall. For your Coach Mo Live kickoff to your week, rock your soul, bring your soul to life. If you don't know how to do that, we'd be happy to show you how. mofall.com/live clarity. We'll see you next time on Coach Mo Live. This is Kick-Ass Coach Mo, mofall.com for everything soul and career. See you next time.